Nur Adam. So he's going to go into that left back or left wing back role. And Song Woo-young is being taken off by Shawal Anwar. He was really making an impact, wasn't he, Song?
Yeah, again, I don't know if it's a fitness issue that they're sort of managing. But again, different type of player. Shawal coming in, lots of pace. You can see his acceleration here already. He looks to try and track back and help his side out defensively. Good with his off-the-ball runs as well, Shawal Anwar. Decent technician, stability on the ball.
Indonesia are now bringing on their team captain, Ewan Dimas, for Rahmat Irianto. This is a change we saw in the last game against Malaysia.
Yeah, I think what Ewan Dimas will bring with his introduction here is a bit more control for Indonesia and possession in midfield. I think they've lost control of the game a little bit. Perhaps needing not just fresh legs in there, but someone who's very comfortable in possession. Can try and dictate the tempo for them in those areas.
So Shawal will cross his right-hand side. Dimas, centre of midfield for Indonesia. Here's Irfan Jaya. Ball over the top by Witan Sulaiman.
Yeah, good control defensively again from Singapore. They're making sure they track runners. They got themselves a lot better organized out of possession.
Shadan. To again release Shawal now. They've got some pace up there, haven't they?
Have a look at that. Singapore's pass percentage is, in terms of the accuracy of passes, gone up to 67% now.
Indonesia's as well. It's gone up a little bit to 75. Singapore certainly look an improved unit in the second half. There's Asnawi. Dimas seems to be around forever, Russia.
Yeah, he's been playing football for a long time now. We're just looking at the attempts, 6 each to Singapore and Indonesia, and both with 5 shots from inside the box. Just the one for both of them going from outside the box.
Looks like Amy Reka is also going to come on very shortly. Saw some movement on the bench there. Interesting to see if they're going to take off Iksan Fandi. Will they play 2 out-and-out strikers? They don't need to yet, Roshan, right? With another whole game to come. Interesting to see what they do. Here's Shawal. Maybe with that second game in mind. 20-minute run out for Amy Reka.
Interesting to see if it's Iksan or Faris actually potentially comes off here.
Here's Ewan Dimas. Off then Dewanga. Elkan Baggett. Kambuaya. Here's Witan Sulaiman. Has come onto this left-hand side for a bit. Strong header. There's Faris. Still Faris. He slips it through. Flag is still down. And it has made its way in. There's the equaliser goal. Iksan Fandi has made it 1-0. The whole crowd held its breath there, waiting to see if that would stand.
Yeah, they've deserved that goal, and straight away he asked to be taken off. They've deserved that goal, Singapore. I think they've been the better side in the second half. They started to find a flow and a rhythm in the game. They started to string passes together. Let's have a look at this run. listen, I wasn't sure if he was certain he was going to score there. This takes a bit of a deflection of Nadeo, and the angle was against him as well. But what was important here, Faris does such a great job of drawing the defender towards him, beating him, and then releasing that pass into the space that was left behind. But you remember the ball that came across, and it was headed first time by Zulkarnain. And there were cries of time. And normally when you hear that, you think, okay, I'll take it down and bring it forward. But what was crucial was that he headed it first time right into the feet of Faris, and then Singapore could turn around and counter-attack quickly.
His third goal in the tournament, Iksan Fandi's first two came in the opening game. And I tell you what, he scored. That was probably his last bit of action, regardless of what happened anyway. He asked to get taken off. That was the decision anyway by Tatsuma. He's done his part. So we'll be hoping he'll be absolutely fine for the second leg in just a few days' time. Shabalala racing down, he won't get there. Ronga is also pretty quick. This game, of course, now livened up with about 20 minutes to go. Lucian, this is beautifully poised now, isn't it?
Yeah, brilliant. Wonderful, and not just for the rest of this one, but for the second leg as well.
Reminder, they're playing two legs. There is no home and away legs in this at all. So the second semi-final is tied on aggregate. We will go to extra time, potentially penalties. The guys go down and then quickly gets up. And now listen to the National Stadium. It's got the crowd going, that goal. But there's no doubt the changes have made a difference. Shabalala went down, and it's going to be a corner.
Yeah, it was so important that Ricky Kamboya got that timing of his challenge spot on in that situation. Any sort of touch away from Ricky Kamboya, and this is a penalty. You can see that he makes a connection with the ball here, Ricky Kamboya. Fantastic challenge. It looks like Shawa's going to be running away with it, but important interception from Kamboya.
They've lost one of their best receivers on the set piece, Iksan, but there's a chance here off the woodwork. Opportunity for Safwan Baradin to make it two.
Well, again, they almost make this set piece count. Again, wonderful quality from Shadan. I mean, his deliveries have been excellent. And Safwan again, Singapore get a first head on it, but they can't punish Indonesia. He's unlucky.
But it's just enlivened this crowd here in the National Stadium. It's a sea of red looking for that ball. Hanumantan has won that header. Faris looking for Amy Reka. Here's Evan Dimas. Indonesia trying to get control of the ball again. Control this game. Nazrul Nazari. Here's Ricky Kamboya. Ratama. Leads us quickly to Zulkarnain Suleiman. Willing them on, the crowd here at the National Stadium. Someone opts for safety.
Well, this could be a formula for Singapore going forward, you know. If they decide to go with five at the back, Haris dropping into central defence alongside Safwan and Irfan for the rest of the competition, however long they've got left in it. I mean, they've looked much better organised in the second half, defensively and in possession as well. They're looking so much better that they've increased the tempo of their play. Indonesia are the ones that have started to just look a little bit wobbly in certain situations.
There's Haris Harun to Shadan Sulaiman. It's also, this is zipping the ball around more, aren't they?
The better connections now. The players are closer to each other. They can pass it, and there's a bit more confidence on the ball in possession.
Foul by Asnawi there.
Opening up the pitch a little bit better as well with the positions that they're taking up. And again, they're connecting the passes a lot better here.
One ball. Oh, lovely one. Shawal. First the ball won by Mantal.
A good bit of skill by Imi. And it just takes the contact and wins the free kick. Clever bit of play.
Will be a lot happier, won't he? Tatsuma Yoshida. Now you can really hear the chants for the Singapore crowd, but here come Indonesia. Evan Dimas. Happy, won't he? Tatsuma Yoshida. Witan Sulaiman. And away by Harris. That was the first touch was from Irfan. Ricky Kambuaya. Inside the box.
I think Pratama Arhan has gone over to say it's right on the line. If it's on the line, it should be a penalty. Clumsy from Nazrul. Could have really been punished here. Oh, that's a penalty. Oh, that should have been a penalty. Singapore, and there's no video assistant referee because that should have been a penalty to Indonesia.
Yeah, from the angle we were on, it was very, very tight. The referee immediately pointed to a free kick. You can see from that replay, a clear penalty for Indonesia. Will be a talking point. Not many protests on that one either. Here's Evan Dimas. They don't know what's happened. Not sure the rest of them do. Indonesia about to make another change here. Haris Putra is going to come on. Oh, he's done his job magnificently. Well, the man has only been on for about half an hour. He's off. Here's Rawalian. He's taken off by Haris Putra. It's never something any most players want to have, but he goes across to his coach, shakes his hand.
I was looking for that potential flashpoint.
That's flipped over. El Kabaga, he'll be the one that they'll look for in these sort of situations. Haris Sagara Putra, 22 years of age. Just his second cap. His first one was coming on against Malaysia right at the end of the last game. Eureka. That's a foul, yes. Nwanga is furious. Shaking his head.
Important for Emireka to make sure he held on to it or won a free kick in that situation. Singapore under a little bit of pressure. Indonesia starting to get themselves back into this game.
Shawal trying to get a touch on. Here he's back on the ball. Tama trying to clear it. It will be a throw in for Singapore. Dewanga. By Dimas. 10 minutes left in this match, plus some out of time, and this is just the first of 2 legs for Singapore and Indonesia.
Covered by Harris. Seems more comfortable in the center of defense. He's done in midfield in this competition.
Indonesia have responded fairly well since that goal. A good little spell right after it. Trying to get a grip on this game, aren't they, again? Dimas with the delivery. Straightforward for Sunny. He was looking out at Faris Ramli, and he's going to deliver the ball to him anyway. That was perhaps telegraphed. Great work there from Hannes. Here is the new forward. Now Asnawi. Away by Sharan Sulaiman. Dewanga is there ahead of Emireka. Here is Evan Dimas. Good work here from Hannes to the wing back. Pratama. Foul on Faris Ramli.
Well, Hannes has already made a really good impact since coming on for Ezra Walian. Been buzzing around that forward line, already linking up on the right-hand side, on the left-hand side. He caused a few issues for their Singapore defence with his link-up play. It's been such an even game of football. Fascinating to see the changes from the first half and into the second.
Well done on Hannes, who's done a great turn and shot, but straight at Hassan Sani.
Hannes, in the 5 minutes that he's come on, has made so much more of an impact than Ezra Walian did in his time on the pitch. It's an attempt. I mean, if it taken a deflection of Harris, that could have ended up in the back of the net. A little bit of curve at the end there, just almost fooling Hassan.
Touch on from Nazrul. Here's Anumantan. Now Emireka. We're going to get a late goal here to give one of these sides the edge going into the second leg, which is on the night of Christmas, 25th of December, Saturday night. Mark that in your calendars. Good one there by Charlotte Emireka. There's a foul on Shawal.
Wonderful leap from Shawal. Timing of that jumper. About to see another change for Singapore here with Hafiz Noor.
Last time he's appeared in this edition. Hafiz Noor. Yet another Lion City Sailors player. Intercepted that ball. Look at this run here. Anumantan trying to stop us now. We saw what he could do in the first half. And that was behind Rutan Sulaiman. And Singapore come roaring back the other end. Here's Faris Ramli.
It was incredible from us now, wasn't it?
That
run. I mean, again they tried to foul him. Almost like reminds me a little bit of.
Harris doing enough.
Sorry, somebody was to claim that. I was going to say the way Asnawi runs up and down that right hand side, or especially on that right hand side, is and they try to stop him. He's like as if he's slatting in that baby oil, which is what Dama Traore does, doesn't he? For Wolves. Can't take him down when he starts moving.
The only difference is the physique, Russian, I think.
That's now he's getting there, I think, with the physique. Because you can't foul him.
Yeah. That's exactly what happened in that first goal.
Yeah.
Almost happened there. There's just such amazing pace about this Indonesian side, isn't there?
Yeah, it certainly is. And it's really exciting when they get into that full flow. Mind you, Singapore have got good pace themselves. The likes of Shawal on the pitch now. Faris, Nixon when he was on. Now another quick, speedy player about to come on for Singapore to replace Faris Ramli.
Yeah, I mean, Hafiz Noor is now 33. He's still got bags of pace about him. Faris Noor's played spot, hasn't he, this evening with the assist for Iksan Fandi.
Yeah, and I think he got more involved in the game in the second half. They cut out the first half. You can see they were trying to counter-attack very quickly. Lots of direct balls being played forward, not quite finding the accuracy in those passes, and the pass selection wasn't very good from Singapore in the first half. Second half, they got players closer together in certain situations, and at the same time, they were able to sort of position themselves in a way that could stretch out the pitch, and stretch out this Indonesian side. So those connections, those players were closer around in possession of the ball. They were moving in to receive, and then they were runners off the ball, as they're doing here once again.
Oh, that's a great shot there from David Reka. Relatively comfortable here for Nadio.
It's increased the pace of their play as well in the second 45. Singapore, wonderful work here. Spins away, receives it. Off Hafiz Noor. Testing the goalkeeper. Really good shot. Difficult one as well to execute. Bouncing around like that from range at speed.
So well to me. Singapore here with Shannon Sliman's corner. Away by Baggett. You think, Roshan, this might be the template now, right? With Harris in the three and perhaps Anumantan there in midfield?
Yeah, that could work for them. I mean, again, it really depends on what they're trying to do, right? It changes from game to game, and just because it's working now doesn't necessarily mean.
Dimas. Such pace about Irfan.
But I will say that they have looked a lot more organized since Harris has gone into the center of that back line. Zulkarnain has done very well there, to make sure that he was able to keep pace with Irfan. Track back, get on the inside, get goal side, come across. Shepherd it all the way to your goalkeeper.
That's a point outfield. Irfan.
Not straight through with the top of Witan Sulaiman as well. Been a dangerous one, this.
Witan picks himself up. Just as he picked up this Indonesian crowd here with his goal.
Yeah, I love the finish. Love the finish. His composure in that position. Just opens his body up, guides it past Hassan Sani. And then here Faris carries the ball forward, beats a man, and then plays it into that space that was vacated by the central defender who had pushed forward to try and stop the run of Faris Ramli. But just before that as well, the header from Zulkarnain I think was very important. First time header straight into Faris Ramli, and that meant the momentum of the move was kept alive.
And look at that, with the top scorers in the tournament. Iksan Fandi on to 3. Bhutan has now got 2. And Iksan, I should say, 11 goals now in 25 appearances. Not a bad return.
That's a very good return. I think it's a really good return for a centre forward on an international stage.
He's talking to his brother Ilhan there. Many people's lips, we're going to see all 3 Fandi brothers together. All sons, of course, of the legendary Fandi Ahmad, known particularly well in both Singapore, of course, and Indonesia. They spent a lot of time. Yabes Roni will have a cameo here in place of the hugely impressive Irfan Jaya. Plays his football with Persipura Jayapura. Bali United, excuse me, the 26-year-old, earning his 6th cap today.
One last opportunity perhaps for Indonesia with Yabes Roni coming on. A bit more pace in there. Last minute and a half or so. Boya.
Here's Pratama Arhan. Slips it to Kambuaya. Anumantai. Ace of Yabes running on him. He's held off that challenge. About a minute left of this added time.
Well, assuming it stays this way, we're right back where we started. No away goals, so
throw in by Pratama.
nothing
Goes
really,
on for a goal kick.
nothing really changes. Nothing's really changed. Oh, it's given a corner.
Oh wow. Nazrul, very casual there. A contentious moment perhaps. Right at the end of this match, if they go on and score, Elkan Baggett scored off a corner. He will be the one to watch out for. He's got a lot of players around. The referee has noticed that. There he is. Anu, Safwan and Irfan all around him. That's away by Shawal Anwar, and that will be it. Well, what a second half I think we had. That game came to life. Iksan Fandi with the crucial equaliser for Singapore. Roshan, both coaches will have had some good moments here.
Yeah.
It's a fair result.
Yeah, I mean, 1-1 in a match where away goals and things like that don't matter. It doesn't really change anything going into the second leg. It's great for us neutrals.
Absolutely.
It's all kept alive for the second leg. It was a strange match. You know, I thought Singapore were a little bit flat in the opening 45. Indonesia were the better side. And then the second half, Singapore woke up with those changes that they made, with the structure to the team. They upped the intensity and the tempo of their game. Got the reward with that equaliser. Whereas Indonesia then in the second half started to look a little bit wobbly in certain situations, looked a little bit tired. So it's a fair result in the end. And this makes things very, very exciting going into the second leg at the weekend.
That was a nice way of saying a game of two halves. Well, it has been, entertaining in parts. Of course, there is still a long way to go. We are only at the halfway stage of this semi-final, and it's honours even. And they do it all again in just 3 days on the first night of Christmas. Let's see who will come bearing gifts. Full-time score here in the first leg semi-final of this AFF Suzuki Cup 2020. It's Singapore 1, Indonesia 1. And the crowd showing their appreciation. I think this will be
Woi, belum. Apa? Yang Fadla pun nggak mas? Tadi udah gue lihat masih aja. Emang nggak gue lihat? Bismillah. Kecil banget. Thank you.